Modern Real Estate Practice, page 170. A single agency is one in which an agent represents only one party in a transaction. A real estate broker becomes an agent of the seller by entering into a listing agreement for the seller's property. The seller's broker markets the seller's property to potential buyers and performs other services to find a buyer who is ready, willing, and able to purchase on the price and terms set out by the seller in the listing agreement. A buyer's broker represents a buyer as an agent to find property that meets the buyer's specifications as set out in the buyer representation agreement. A dual agency is one in which an agent represents two principals in the same transaction. Dual agency, where allowed by state law, requires the informed consent of both principals. An undisclosed dual agency, which may occur inadvertently, can result in rescission of the sales contract, forfeiture of a commission, a lawsuit for damages, and possibly license suspension or revocation. A designated agent or designated representative is a sales associate authorized by the broker to represent one party to a transaction, while a different sales associate in the same firm represents the other party to the transaction. Termination of agency may be accomplished by the completion, performance, or fulfillment of purpose of agency, destruction or condemnation of the property, expiration of the terms of the agency, mutual agreement of all parties to the contract, breach by one of the parties who may be liable for damages, or operation of law as in the bankruptcy of the principal. An agency coupled with an interest cannot be revoked by the principal or terminated upon the principal's death. Statements to clients and customers should be clearly identified as opinion or fact. Puffing is a legal exaggeration of a property's benefits, while fraud is the intentional misrepresentation of a material fact to harm or take advantage of another person. A negligent misrepresentation occurs when a real estate professional should have known that a statement about a material fact was false and the real estate professional's misrepresentation was due to culpable, which means careless, negligence rather than simple accidental negligence. The seller of residential property may have the duty to disclose any known latent, which means hidden, defects that threaten a building structural soundness or an occupant's personal safety. In some states, an agent has an independent duty to conduct a reasonably competent and diligent inspection of the property and to disclose defects to prospective buyers. Disclosure of environmental hazards may be required. Stigmatized properties may require an agent to consult an attorney. Megan's Law requires states to make available to the public information about how they can determine where persons convicted of sexual offenses live in the community.